Sandip Agarwal, Associate Director at Edelweiss, to talk more about the earnings. Sandip, hi there, morning. What are you watching out for? Do you think that the guidance will be upped as the ask rate for Q4 is very less?
So see, I think first of all, I broadly agree with the views which were expressed just now. But I would like to add couple of things. One, other than the seasonal weakness which is there because of the holidays in this quarter, I don't see any pronounced weakness coming in from any other quarter. Like we know that there are few clients in banking space which are going through some pain, but I am not getting any channel check feedback from the ground that there is any industry wide any weakness or anything. I think the quarter will be, from that perspective, the quarter should be good. On the outlook front, I think after Jan 7th only you start getting some inputs from the client for the current year. So I think it will be very premature for anyone to comment on the next year outlook. It will be very, very limited commentary which you will get there. But what I can tell you with confidence is that digital growth will not cool off. There is very high demand for digital still, and the margin should surprise positively to some extent because of two reasons. One, pricing in digital is continuously going up. Secondly, the subcontractor dependency is continuously going down, which has been choking the margins for quite some time now. So I think the results in this quarter looks good to me. I am not seeing any big disappointment either in TCS or Infosys. On the whistleblower report on Infosys, I think that 2 out of the 3 points which were raised were any which was not from day one were not very almost clear that you will not get much out of it. But honestly speaking, I don't think there is a big issue in the visa cost or on the margins. Those are internal business decisions of the company. But still we'll see what comes out in the report, if any report is published. So I see a good quarter, a good outlook from that perspective, although we have to keep in mind that most of the stocks have run up quite sharply, barring Infosys, which has not gone up so much because of the event. But if you see, HCL Tech is almost close to new highs, and even TCS is doing extremely well. So stocks have run up quite a bit in spite of this being a weak quarter. That is the way output.
We have been seeing a decline in margins for Infosys. Do you think that we can see some sort of an improvement? What do you penciling in for margins in the quarter?
So we are expecting a 50 pips improvement in margin, primarily because of some tailwind from the currency in this quarter, and also some of the cost cooling off which were very high till last quarter. So primarily I am banking on the subcontractor cost. In my view, that should definitely start showing some signs of reducing.
Some expectations of an investigative report on the whole whistleblower complaint, that it might be presented to the board. Do you see any clarity on that also helping to lift the stock?
Yeah, I don't know whether there will be any clarity given on that, but I honestly believe that it will not be a stock price dampener. Means whatever the outcome is, it cannot be, because it is the Infosys follows very strict processes and they have very high corporate governance and all those things. So honestly speaking, I assign a very low probability of any big negative comments coming out of it.
What are you also penning from TCS, given what we've seen on the macro environment as well? Do you see weakness in terms of guidance from both the majors? What are you expecting?
So again, as I said, our channel checks are suggesting very robust demand environment on the digital side, and there is some green shoots again coming back in retail. Obviously, seasonally, this is a weak quarter because of low number of working days. So, the actual number may be a little bit here and there, but still, I don't think there will be a decline in revenues. There are some rumors in the street, people are talking about decline and all. I don't see that kind of scenario. In my view, numbers will be decent. We are actually building in 1.7% kind of constant currency growth, which is a very robust expectation given, weak quarter and higher manufacturing furloughs, and I don't see much disappointment on our numbers. Also on the outlook, I think they will be quite optimistic, because those 3-4 clients which have given them pain in the BFS in last 1 year, I think that pain is also bottoming out. So I am not very negative on the TCS numbers as well.
Thanks very much then for joining in, giving us a heads up as to what the expectation is from Infosys.